Now, Vietnamese Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính will start a series of high-level external affairs activities starting next week with visits to China, the United States and Brazil, lasting from September the 17th throughout September the 26th, according to the announcement from the Foreign Ministry.
At the invitation of Chinese Premier Li Qiang, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính will attend the 20th ASEAN-China Expo and the China-ASEAN Business and Investment Summit held in Nanning, Guangxi Region, China, during September the 17th. The two events are part of a series of events to celebrate 20 years of China-ASEAN strategic partnership. The Foreign Ministry spokeswoman said it is expected that Prime Minister Chính will meet with Chinese Premier, have talks with the Secretary of Guangxi Party Committee Liu Ning. After China, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính and a Vietnamese high-level delegation will attend the 78th UN General Assembly meeting, as well as engage in bilateral activities in the U.S. After wrapping up activities in the U.S., Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính will begin his official visit to Brazil at the invitation of Brazil President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva.
Now, the Hanoi Áo Dài Festival will take place in the capital city from October the 13th to 15th, with the participation of fashion designers, craft villages, and tourism firms. The festival aims to promote Vietnam tourism in general and Hanoi tourism in particular, changing the image of Áo Dài, Vietnam's traditional dress, from cultural ambassadors to tourism ambassadors. The event's opening ceremony, scheduled for October the 13th evening at the pedestrian streets around Hoàn Kiếm Lake in downtown Hanoi, will be a combination of music, light, and traditional dress shows of the North, Central, and Southern regions. Now, from September the 15th, tourists visit the Koto Island of northeastern Quảng Ninh province will be subject to a new rule: no plastic bags or single-use plastic items allowed. This mandatory requirement has been announced by the government of Koto Island after a one-year trial period, which brought many positive results to the ecosystem.
Koto Island's administrative bodies, schools, markets, businesses, and fishing vessels within the island district will be prohibited from using plastic bags and disposable plastic items. Authorities are setting up a checkpoint at Koto Port where transport operators, passenger boats, tourism services, and accommodations will be required to educate visitors about the rules and replace plastic items with eco-friendly alternatives. Koto District had cut plastic use in a one-year pilot project from August 2022. This helped the island's environment, bringing back rare animals like turtles and dolphins.
Now, Friend and Vietnamese Duo to begin city tour. Japanese man devotes his love to Hà Giang. Now, French pianist Maxime Jacquinis and Vietnamese violinist Trương Vũ will tour cities in Vietnam from September the 14th. The musicians will play pieces by French composers Camille Saint-Saëns, Claude Debussy, Ernest Chausson, Pablo de Sarasate, and Maurice Ravel, as well as Vietnamese musician Vũ Việt Anh.
Paris-born Jacquinis has played in the Carnegie Hall of New York in May 2022. He is winner of several national and international competitions. The first part will see solo performance by the pianist. He will premiere French legendary Edith Piaf's pieces, which he has arranged for piano. After intermission, the duo will perform Vũ Việt Anh Spring Prayer, Fantasy for Violin and Piano too. At the end of the concert, the artist will entertain the audience with the dramatic and poignant melodies of Fantasy sur Carmen. Violinist Trương Vũ has performed as a soloist, chamber musician, and orchestra member throughout North and South Americas, Europe and Asia, with repertoire ranging from early Baroque to modern music. The artists will perform in Ho Chi Minh City on September the 14th and 15th. After that, concerts will be held in Đà Lạt and Da Nang. Huế and Hanoi will be the last destinations of the concert tour.
Now, for the past 21 years, each month a Japanese man spends some 2 weeks in Lolochai, a remote village in the northern mountainous province of Hà Giang, becoming a familiar friend to many members of the Lolo ethnic minority group.
Visiting Vietnam for the first time in 1995, Yasushi Okura was immediately lured by friendly Vietnamese people. Since 2002, he has often visited Hà Giang, which hosts breathtaking landscapes and diverse cultures. He flies from Tokyo to Nội Bài every month, takes 2-car trips and a xe ôm to Lolochai. He has some 4 hours to travel from Đồng Văn to Lũng Cú, as he has to walk the bicycle on sloppy roads. Hà Giang, especially the rocky plateau, is very unique. I have traveled all over the north, but have never seen a province as rich in natural cultural identities as Hà Giang. Japan does not have ethnic minorities, but Hà Giang alone has 22 ethnic groups out of Vietnam's 54 ethnic groups. The unique cultural identity and hospitality of local people have won the heart of the Japanese man. I've never felt lonely in Hà Giang. It's like my second home. Not visiting the area only for fun, Oruga has assisted locals to do business as well. He has spent his savings to set up a cafe in a Truyền house made from clay and stone named Cực Bắc or North Pole in the area and let a local family run it. The cafe has been a popular resting place for visitors to Lolochai, Lũng Cú and Đồng Văn. If they know how to combine traditional cultural values and architecture, Lolo people will succeed. The Japanese enthusiast has wandered from house to house to consult locals on how to communicate with guests, arrange dishes in a mirror, and move cattle away from homes to ensure hygiene and a good landscape. He has even given them the necessary budget to do the task. Ogura has said the community tourism will be a good solution to improve locals' living standard in a province with lots of natural resources and rich cultures.
And that's the end of today's bulletin. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.